Oh boy, that was a nasty move in the markets as they just got absolutely destroyed, which is probably painful for a lot of people, but not for me and for people who learn from me, because last week I sold everything and I've been net short US 30 for the last couple weeks, and I just banked big time, currently up about $35,000 on that short, but I am locking in profits the whole entire way. Now, what's coming up next? I do believe that we could be coming into a potential dip buy area for a short-term scalp to buy the dip and sell the rip. That's what we're going to talk about today. Let's look into it. If you're looking for the next 100x crypto project to buy into, you have come to the right place. My name is Fous, and I have been a professional day trader for nearly 20 years. I deposited $20,000 into an account, and in just over a year, it's now worth nearly $2 million. On this channel, I'm going to present to you the best altcoins to buy, such as getting into Mana before it ripped 595%, getting into Dogecoin before it ran 15,000%. So if you want to hear about all the best trade opportunities first, hit that subscribe button, and more importantly, turn on the notifications bell so you can get these time-sensitive trade ideas immediately when my new videos go live. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Fous here. This is not financial advice, just me doing things with my own money, making my own decisions, of which you should do the exact same. Never follow what I'm doing, because that's copying, and cheaters never prosper. So learn something. With that said, I do have a course down below. Let's just take a look at what happened this last week. And one of the biggest moves that happened was the bonus strategy going down on US 30. We had a huge sell-off in the US stock market on Friday. As we pushed into that, we were talking about this on the live stream last week. We saw a big spike to the upside on the CPE price index numbers, and then the Fed came out, basically said they're looking to continue pumping inflation, and that's why they didn't like what he was saying. Everybody's panic sold, and then I covered more short of my profits today at about 32,000, and now we're slightly bouncing up in the markets, but there isn't a whole lot of support here on US 30. I would more so look as a potential dip buy as we come into this range right around here, right? Looking for the stronger horizontal support and also the stronger ascending trend support, which would be right around in this range here, also in conjunction with the ascending trend. So this would be more so a better dip buy potential opportunity right around in this range, and then maybe a push to the upside where we could lock in some gains before this continues to go down short. Because if we look at the longer term pattern here on US 30, guys, we have 1, 2, now 3 levels in the descending bearish channel, of which the next long-term target is going to be brand new lows, possibly down to 28K and lower on US 30. Brief interruption from today's sponsor, none other than Binance.com, the world's largest crypto broker where you can buy, trade, and hold over 600 cryptocurrencies. And in fact, they just started zero fee trading of Ethereum and Bitcoin on the spot exchange. If we go ahead and take a look at coinmarketcap.com, Binance has the highest rating of 9.9 exchange core, which means this is the most trusted broker out there. Behind number 2, Coinbase, which if we look at the 24-hour volume, there's 10.5 billion in trading volume in the last 24 hours versus 1.4 on Coinbase, meaning this is almost 10 times larger than the number 2 exchange out there. On top of that, guys, one of the things that I really like about Binance is they have BUSD. Stablecoins are a little bit crazy, and take it from somebody who just lost $2 million holding UST. BUSD is probably one of the most trusted stablecoins out there, and a place that I would feel a lot more comfortable holding my free capital when it's not in the markets. They also have a very robust platform. This is the spot exchange. They also have the futures trading platform with a bunch of different coins to actually trade. On top of that, they now have the NFT marketplace with a bunch of new artwork and projects that are coming into place, which you can buy and sell all the NFTs on the NFT marketplace here. On top of that, guys, you can earn by staking on Binance. Look at this. Axie Infinity has a 94.6% APR, and you can even hold larger coins like BNB and still earn 12% back on your money. In addition to that, guys, one of the greatest things about being a Binance user is you can get the Binance card. I always see this on Instagram, people using their Binance cards. I want one. I'm jealous. I might have to get one of these days. And last but not least, guys, there is a $600 signing bonus when you sign up for Binance. There's gonna be a link below on how you can do that, on how to complete the bonus tasks and earn up to $600 when you deposit and sign up for Binance. Again, this is for non-US users only. Again, thanks to today's sponsor, Binance.com, the world's #1 broker. Similar pattern that we're gonna be looking at when we look at crypto, Bitcoin, long-term bearish channel. Didn't get quite up to that level that I wanted to get short, so I had no short exposure on Bitcoin. the chart pattern was much more predictable looking at US30, and obviously US30, the US stock market, and Bitcoin are kind of moving in correlation. So the chart looked better on US30. That's why I shorted US30 and I didn't short Bitcoin, because Bitcoin wasn't extended into the level of where we can create a bear trap or bull trap. I always get these confused on the opposite end, and then stop everybody out, and then it just gets slammed in the other direction, right? If we look at US30, what happened here? Euphoric push into the upside, breaking out over these highs, breaking out over descending resistance level, getting everybody euphoric. Oh, we just broke out. The bulls are back in action. We're going hard. Wrong. This is when you sell and go short. Lock in your profits from long and sell short and get in there. Unfortunately, right, we didn't see that euphoric spike on Bitcoin, so I wasn't that enthusiastic about getting short. This mostly just happened because US stocks ate shit. And so wherever Bitcoin was at that point, Bitcoin's going to eat shit as well. And so now if we look at Bitcoin here, right, this did break down below the channel here. This is a very, very bearish flag, but we're coming back down into this now support level, which is going to be more so down in this range. We're actually getting potentially close to a heavy support level. This would be a strong support zone right here, but we also have these lows that push twice back here. So anywhere in this range could be a potential short-term dip by potential opportunity on Bitcoin and also altcoins for a short-term bounce to then scalp out of. Not for a long-term hodl for me. That's not what I'm looking for. I think we do see longer-term push to the downside, but with a big move to the downside, obviously there could be a move to the upside. Just like, you know, when you see a big spike to the downside, you see a rise. You see a spike to the downside, you see a rise where you can scalp potentially just a few day swing trade or even a day trade to take advantage of. And that's kind of the situation I'm looking for now, but they will be small positions. I'm not betting the farm on this. My risk is off right now, right? I'm not betting the farm on anything. I'm doing very, very minimal positions because the volatility is going to be high. The volatility is much, much higher when things are dropping, because that's when a lot of more panic and fear, as opposed to things move slowly most of the time when they go up, because that's this kind of like hope and people kind of like, well, maybe this is going on. I'll continue to hold. And it's not really fearful right now because things aren't dropping, but it's the volatility and fear is a lot higher when things are dropping and we're in a bearish trend, which we currently are right now. So Bitcoin dip by area is between 19.2 and about 17.59 to potentially be getting a small position long to potentially trade a small dip. If we look at Ethereum, we're not in an area that I want to buy yet. I would prefer for Ethereum to come up and retest the lows here, which are actually now the highs of this previous level, right, of this channel, which would be horizontal right around here. And there's also the ascending trend coming in right here. So kind of in this catalyst here between about 1225 and about, 1350 in this range right here. That's where I would feel a lot more comfortable buying the dip on Ethereum. If we got one more push to the downside and then maybe get a small position long here and we could get a small bounce up, and then I do think we're going to continue going back down. How far we rise up, right? I'll be taking profits in a grid every time we get a spike in the direction. Just tweeted about this the other day. Anytime you see a big spike in the direction you want the asset to go because you are long or short, you begin to take profits. Usually a big move, a lot of times, doesn't signify the beginning of a big move. A lot of times it means, okay, there's a lot of euphoria going on right here, which means this could be coming to an end. So anytime I see a big spike in my direction, I'm like, oh, my account's looking good right now. You know what that means? It's time to fucking lock in some gains. People typically think the opposite. That means they're like, ooh, things are getting fired up. Let's add more and put more risk on when things are finally going in my direction. Wrong. This is not how it works. So that's the current situation on Ethereum. Dip by area, about 1212, low 1200s to about 1350. Somewhere in this range, dip by opportunity. Still short US 30 as of right now, and I'll continually be short. As you can see here, I've locked in $23,749 profit. I've also withdrawn $150,000 from this account because, guys, I'm switching brokers. I didn't tell anybody what broker this is, but we are creating our own system and partnering with our own new broker coming in hot. If you want to trade any ETFs, US 30, gold, oil. We also have about 200 different crypto pair assets at this broker as well. And you can trade it all on MT4, the most robust forex trading platform out there. So stay tuned. We got some big things coming up in an announcement for that. You'll be able to trade exactly where I trade when I trade mostly US 30, as well as gold, as well as USD JPY. If we look at, the dollar index, right, which moves inverse of stocks, the dollar is pumping to all-time highs right now. USD JPY, of which I just made $114,000 shorting this push down right here, and now pumping back up, getting ready to pump to all-time highs here as well. Maybe not all-time highs, just making shit up as I go here. Okay, it's been higher. I lied. Well, it's been a lot higher actually. Surprising. So that's the current situation here, guys, right? There's also a lot of different altcoins that I would potentially be buying, such as AVAX. This is, hugely oversold. AVAX is down about 42% off just this recent little run rally, right? So I would potentially be buying AVAX if we get down into this range right around here, right in this horizontal support level. I would potentially be getting between 17 and 1550. We got a lot of potential dip buys coming in here. A lot of my blue chip coming in. BNB, potential dip buy if we get down lower. But one thing that I do know, okay, and one thing that you should take to heart is that it doesn't matter if your altcoin is looking like it's at support. If Bitcoin and Ethereum are not at support, don't buy that altcoin, because you want to make sure Bitcoin and Ethereum are in the best dip buying places. And once those are in the best dip buying places, where you're thinking, okay, Ethereum's finally at a perfect place to be buying, that's when you should buy altcoins. Because if you buy into Bitcoin when Bitcoin's up here and it's potentially looking like it's going to break down right here, or it just did, looking like the next target's down here, but at that point in your altcoins at support, they don't work together. You have to make sure Bitcoin's at support before you ever buy an altcoin at support, because that altcoin support is going to get blown out if Bitcoin is not at support and Bitcoin continues to break down. That's pretty much it for today, guys. I don't really have a whole lot of, like top plays. It really just boils down to Bitcoin and Ethereum get into those prices, and then I'll start analyzing where the altcoins are, and I'll be potentially looking to buy. Again, we ripped block this whole run. We got in block down here. We ripped this fucking thing. I don't know how much I made, maybe $30,000 to $50,000 on that push, because I think I did have like upwards almost of $150,000 to $200,000 position at one point. Also on Wild, we absolutely destroyed Wild to the upside on this run here. These are all revival patterns, of which I do teach in the Krypton course down below. And if you want to know exactly what I'm buying and selling those, I have a Telegram group where I tell you exactly what I'm buying, what my profit targets are, and when I sell, and what my stop levels are. Okay, I'm gonna show you the ropes along the way. But we took advantage of it. And this is why you sell and lock in gains, because look what fucking happens, guys. It's down back to where it was after this ran, 123% in just a few weeks. It's back down to where you would be negative if you bought this. This is why you lock in profits. This is why hodling is fucking stupid. Because guess what? You can now buy the dip again and play that chart all over again. Whereas if you hodl, you make nothing. You're back to fucking zero. So that's the current situation. I'm also looking at GMT still. I'm also looking at FitFi. We were in GMT several times, just never wanted to break out. Look what happened here. Now it's down 46% from where it was looking good just a few weeks ago. This is why you don't hodl crypto. If you were balls deep in any of these, you'd be down 50% of your money. Whereas I locked in gains, this made a shitload of money, and now I kept it all because I locked in profits. Okay, so always be closing, because dips always come. Crypto's crazy. Hodling is scary. Not something I'm interested in doing. Just to wrap this up, guys. All right, Bitcoin in these levels, 19.5, 17.6. Ethereum right around here, 13.5 to 12.2. Those are the dip buy opportunities I'm looking for. Short-term scalps, buy the dip, sell the rip, walk away, wait for the next setup. Simple as that, or so they say. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one.